Welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got Washington again today. We've done pretty well against the Nationals here. I think won the first game by 3, and even that was probably closer than it really should have been. And won yesterday by I think 4. So we get a good look at Nationals Park here. Well, the Nationals have Ubaldo Jimenez on the mound, and in 2008, when they would have been using the stats for this, or actually 2007, that would have been right about his peak. So we may be in for a tougher day today. We'll see. And alright, let's get underway. I guess after Jimenez throws one more. Okay. Alright, Kester at the plate to start the game. Jimenez has a over 5 ERA, so maybe not quite as good as he usually is, and Kester accordingly puts the first pitch into shallow center for a single. Marvin up at the plate, up to a 160 average. Hit and run, hits it right in front of the plate. Works like a bunt, so Marvin out at first, but Kester moves into second. One down for Chief, and he looks at strike one. Swings and misses at strike 2. Does not chase that changeup. Doesn't chase that low fastball either. 2-2 the count. And that'll go up the middle, find the wall in right center. Kester scores easy from second, and Chief in there comfortably for an RBI double to start the game. Terry at the plate now, 1 on, 1 out. He's got his average back up over 300. I imagine it's going to be comfortably over 300 all year. But he strikes out there. So 2 down now. Frank to see if we can get another one across the plate. And he's got a 1-1 count. That one too far inside. Pops that one in the air into shallow center, but I think it's high enough, yeah, that Lopez able to get under it and put it away to end the inning. But we do get a run to start the game. We'll move into the bottom of the first. Gill is going for the Squirrels today. Otherwise, the lineup as usual. And Herman digs in to start the game for the Nationals at the plate. He pops up the first pitch. Tom doesn't even have to move. Fields that one. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring Lopez to the plate. And he takes a curveball for strike 1. Curveball is Gill's best rated pitch. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs quickly here. Dimitri Young will bat now for Washington. And he looks at a sinker for strike 1. That fastball down and in, ball 1. Swings and misses on a curveball, 1-2. Gill goes to the sinker, and it is fouled off down the left field side. Doesn't go fishing for that curveball, 2-2 the count. Swings and misses, strike 3. So Dimitri Young makes Gill throw a few extra pitches, but still a 1-2-3 inning for the Squirrels. So we've played 1, Indianapolis 1, DC nothing. And Tom will lead things off in the second for the Squirrels. That fastball too high. Curveball in there for a strike. Tom's not swung yet. Still has not swung, has a 1-2 count. Finally swings the bat, grounds it to second for out number 1. Bring Zach to the plate. Puts that one through the hole on the left side. That'll be good for a single, well-placed ground ball. 1 on, 1 out for Joey. He swings and misses badly at a changeup. Grounds that one to third. They get the out at second, and they get it around the horn for a double play to end the inning. So another hit, but still a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0 Indianapolis. And Ultimate will lead things off for the Nationals. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. He gets a hold of that one, but it's just on the wrong side of the right field line. So still 0-2 the count. Hits a curveball weakly. Gill will field it himself and gets it over to Terry for the first out. Jock Jones at the plate now. He swings and misses. He is hitting .358 this year, so he has been dangerous. Grounds this one to third. Chief takes care of that for out number 2. And that'll bring up Ryan Zimmerman, who's hitting .389. So I don't know what the Nationals' record is. I didn't check that out, but they have had some dangerous hitters in the middle of their order here. But we've thankfully kept them in check so far this series. He's got Zimmerman at 1-2 now. And that curveball too far inside. 2-2 the count. Fastball too far in. Full count, 2 outs. Nobody on base. Fouls that slider off. And swings and misses at a fastball, and that will end the inning. We're through the second inning. Indianapolis 1, Washington 0. And Gill will lead off for the Squirrels in the third. Gill, normally one of our better hitting pitchers, but hasn't gotten a hit yet this year. Though it frankly doesn't really matter if he gets a hit at all this year, as long as he produces on the mound. But as I say that, he gets that just over second base for a single, his first hit of the season. Nobody out for Kester. He singled his first time up. Oh, wild pitch, but gets the call. That ball was nowhere near where Estrada wanted it. 0-2 now after swing and a miss. Kester showed bunt, but pulled it back immediately, and Jimenez threw a ball. Oh, wild pitch. That one actually gets by Estrada. So that'll move Gill up to second. 2-2 count. Really should be 3-1. I can't believe he got that call earlier. Full count now. Oh, swings and misses after that battle. Strike 3. All right, Marvin at the plate. Runner on second, 1 out, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. That pitch too low. That changeup too far inside. 2-1 the count. Marvin grounds that one right to Herman. He, for some reason, decides to go to third instead of getting the out at first, and Gill able to leg it out. So no outs on that ground ball. Runners on the corners for Chief with only 1 out. Chief now officially hitting over 400. Though he has an 0-2 count here. And looks at strike 3. That'll bring Terry up. Now 2 outs, runners on the corners. Iffy pitch, but Jimenez gets the call. Does not get the call on that changeup. 1-1. And that one too far inside. I actually thought that one might be a strike. But swing and miss there, so 2-2 the count. Terry gives that advantage back. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Jimenez gets around a curious fielding choice. Still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Corey Patterson will lead things off for Washington in the bottom of the third. Fouls that off his foot. Apparently not too hard, though. Nobody goes to check on him. Hits that weakly towards third. And weakly enough, the Chief doesn't feel like he has a play. I'm not sure he would have gotten him out if he'd thrown it anyway. Would have liked him seen him try, but he decides to eat it. So that'll bring Estrada up. 1 on, nobody out. 0-2 the count. And gets the call on a fastball on the outside. Strike 3, 1 down. Jimenez shows bunt. And that bunt goes foul. Still showing bunt. That one goes foul. Jimenez looks like he'll swing this time. And he swings and misses for a strikeout. 2 down now, runner still on first. Herman fouled off the first pitch for an out, his first time up. He's got an 0-2 count after that swing and miss. And looks at a fastball right down the middle for strike 3. We're through the first third. Squirrels 1, Nationals 0. As we go into the 4th inning, Frank will lead things off for the Squirrels. I'd say it feels like Frank's having trouble getting a season going, but his numbers actually aren't too bad. He hit a home run the other day, and he's hitting .269. That's nothing to sneeze at. 1-2 count here. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That'll bring up Tom. He grounded out last time. If I remember right, he grounded into a double play. He grounds that one to second, but nobody was covering the base when Herman tossed it over, but Jimenez gets over there just in time to get the out. That'll bring up Zach, and he looks at strike 1. And he looks at strike 2. Swings at that one and puts it through the hole on the right side. Or left side. I don't know why I keep messing that up. I think something about the camera angle switching back and forth is messing me up here. Anyway, Joey pops that up, and Estrada fields it right on the plate. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Felipe Lopez will lead things off for the Nationals. Doesn't chase that curveball. Gets the call on that one. Goes down past the back foot. And gets the call on that one. 1-2 the count. And Lopez watches that one. 2-2. Not sure he swung at a pitch yet this at-bat. And didn't swing there either. Full count now. Goes with the curveball and does not get the call. That'll be a walk. Dimitri Young now at the plate. Nobody out. Runner on first. And he looks at a fastball for a strike. He puts that one into shallow right, but Kester able to range back and make the play. So 1 down for Ultimate, but a runner on. This could be a dangerous at-bat. See if Gil can navigate around him here. Ultimate's not hit a real hard one yet against us, but that probably just means he's due. He's got a 1-2 count at the moment. He does put that one in the air, but harmlessly to Marvin, who catches it. He's going to throw to first, but Lopez will be back. No problem. So 2 down now. Jock Jones at the plate. And he swings and misses at a curve. That curveball nowhere close. Fastball for a strike. 1-2 the count. Goes back to the curveball and gets Jones to swing and miss for strike 3. So we've played 4. Indianapolis 1, Washington 0. What did I... Oh. All right, and Gil will lead things off. He came up with his first hit of the year, his last time up. Jimenez throws him a changeup to get him to swing and miss for strike 2. And swings and misses strike 3. Sure, Jimenez didn't want to be embarrassed again up there. Kester at the plate now. He pops that one foul behind home plate. That curveball missed low. Hits that one. It's up the middle, but not hard enough. Herman able to scoop that up and get it back over to first in time. Marvin at the plate. Nobody on. 2 outs. And he looks at a changeup on the outside for strike 1. And looks at a curveball down the middle. Strike 2. And a fastball on the inside, rated 89. It didn't look 89, but swings and misses. And that ends the top of the 5th. So we're halfway through. Squirrels 1, Nationals 0. And Zimmerman will lead things off for DC. Grounds that one foul. Puts that one towards second. Kester makes a good play on it, though, and gets it back over to first for the out. Thought Zimmerman might have hit that one hard enough to get through, but Kester just able to snatch it up. That one grounded towards short. Joey takes care of that one. So 2 down for Estrada. He struck out looking his last time up. And he's going to put that one for a hit over second base. Zach fields it in shallow right. Brings up Jimenez. You would think this would end any chance of a rally, but you never know. Grounds that one to short. Joey gets it over to first, and that will, in fact, end the 5th. Still 1-0 Indianapolis. Chief will lead things off in the 6th inning. And that one too low. Actually thought he might get the call on that one, but did not. And that fastball too far inside. 2-0 the count. And he does give Chief a good pitch to hit, but Chief lets it go by. And he swings and misses at a high one. 2-2 the count. And that one inside. The count runs full. Chief gets a pretty good wood on the ball, but it is too far right. Grounds that one towards third. It does get over the bag for a fair ball, and he does beat out the throw. Infield hit for Chief. So leadoff single. Terry's struck out a couple times today. This time, grounds it right to second. Herman gets it to Felipe Lopez for the out at second, but they don't even make the throw to first. So fielder's choice there for Terry. Frank at the plate now. He looks at a strike. Pickoff throw to Terry, but I don't think he's any threat to run. Frank gets that into left field, and that does get down for a hit. Runners on first and second for Tom, only 1 out. Tom looks at strike 1, a little curveball. Hits that one towards third, but foul. Fouls that one back. Still an 0-2 count. Oh, my goodness. I think Jimenez threw that fastball about 50 feet, and Tom just took a wild cut at it for some reason. Trying to golf it out of here, I guess, but good for the second out of the inning, but Zach, I thought he might have a hit there, but it just hangs up too long. Patterson able to get under it and end the inning. So we'll move to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0. And Nationals back at the top of the order. Herman will lead off in the bottom of the 6th. He takes a curveball. Too low. And that sinker also too low. 2-0. Gets him to swing and miss at a curveball. Grounds that one towards third. Chief picks it up, gets it over for out number 1. Lopez at the plate. He has struck out and walked today. Looks at a strike here. That one too high. That one too low. 2-1 the count. Gets that strike right down the middle. 2-2. See if Lopez is interested in putting one in play. He does swing, but comes up empty. 2 down now for Dimitri Young. And he looks at strike 1. Grounds that one up the middle, but Joey able to get it. Makes a wild throw, but Terry catches it and tags out the runner. And that gets us 2/3 of the way through the game. Still Indianapolis 1, Washington 0. Joey will lead off here as Jimenez starting to look a little tired here in the 7th. And actually, Gill's day will be done after Joey bats. Joey fouls that one off. 0-2 the count. And looks at strike 3 on the inside half. Well, from where we are in the order, I think it's time for Phil. Now, Phil is a good defensive replacement, even if he comes up empty here. All right. Strike 1. Ball 1. That one too low. And that changeup way too high. Jimenez pitching like he's a little tired out there. Phil grounds that one to short, and he gets it over for out number 2. Kester at the plate. See if Jimenez can get through this 7th inning. Changeup too high. Gets the call on that changeup. Looked like it might have been low, but Jimenez gets the call. Grounded up the middle and does get through into the outfield. Which kind of ruined my double switch plan, but Marvin up at the plate now with 2 outs. Runner on first. That curveball well short. Oh, line towards third, but had some heat on that one. Zimmerman not able to handle it. Knocks it down, but can't make a play. So that's an E5. And that'll end Jimenez's day. Colome comes in to pitch for Washington. Chief at the plate. 2 outs, but 2 on. Gets the call on a high fastball. Swings and misses at a changeup. Quickly 0-2. And then puts that one towards third. Another infield hit for Chief. It was a high bounce, so Zimmerman had to go back to field it. He did make a throw to third, but it was not really close. So bases loaded now with 2 outs for Terry, and he has a 1-1 count. That one too high. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Terry puts that one right to second base, throw to first, and that will end the inning. It's stretch time in the district. Squirrels 1, Nationals nothing. Okay. Trying to get my volume right where I want it. There we go. Okay. So we'll move into the bottom of the 7th, and should be Gonzalez here. Terry actually made that last out. We'll see if Kester can place him first. I think he'll do okay over there. All right, Gonzalez on the mound now. And Ultimate will lead things off for the Nationals. He fouls the first pitch off. You can see Gonzalez's condition is pretty poor, but he's not giving up a run yet this year. That one up the middle. Joey ranges over to grab it and get it over to first. Jock Jones at the plate now, 1 out. And he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. That one too far inside. Swings and misses at that changeup. I think that was all changeups that at bat. 2 down. Zimmerman had a little bit of a rough inning at third. He's got a 2-0 count here. Gonzalez will have to go at him. Gets that one over for a strike. Zimmerman taking all the way. Swings and misses there. 2-2. Gets a call on that fastball for strike 3. I don't know if I would have called it a strike, but they didn't ask me. So we've played 7, Indianapolis 1, Washington nothing, and Frank will come up to the plate. He did get a hit his last time up. Looks at that changeup. Ball 1. Fastball in about the same place, but that one called for a strike. Grounds to third. Zimmerman picks that one up, redeems himself a little bit on a routine play. Tom at the plate now. He looks at strike 1. Grounds to third. Zimmerman again picks it up and gets it over to first. 2 down. Zach at the plate. He's had a couple hits today. That fastball catches the outside. Ooh, grounds that one, but it does get behind the plate. 0-2 the count. Grounds that one up the middle. Herman grabs it, throws to first, and does make the out. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 1-0 game. Corey Patterson will lead things off. And we'll get Hermida in there to do his setup work. I feel like he's had a few days rest. He's probably feeling pretty good. We'll put Quentin out there and right. All right, here we go in the bottom of the 8th. Corey Patterson at the plate. He does have a hit today. Looks at that curveball for strike 1. Hits that fastball, make that 2 hits on the day. That one out of Phil's reach. Would have been out of Kester's reach too. That was a pretty solid hit. Nobody out. Estrada now at the plate. He looks at a fastball for a ball. And that one too far outside. 2-0 count. Gets the call on that fastball. It's still borderline. Swings and misses. Big swing at that slow curve. So Hermida throws him another, and another swing and miss. 1 down. Pitcher spot up. He's going to stay in and looks like he's offering to bunt. Pulls it back, but strike 1 called on a curve. Gets that one down off a fastball, but it goes foul. Not offering bunt this time. And he looks at strike 3. Herman at the plate now. He's not gotten a hit today in 3 tries. And he's got a 2-0 count here. Hermida not able to get him to chase a fastball. Finally, Hermida gets a call on a high fastball. 2-1. Swings and misses at that curve. I mean, that is his meal ticket. And swings and misses to another curveball, and we get out of the 8th inning. A leadoff hit, but nothing else for the Nationals. We'll move into the 9th inning. Squirrels 1, Nationals 0. And Joey will lead things off here in the 9th. And he looks at strike 1. That one goes by for ball 1. Swings and misses at a changeup. Gets that one into shallow center for a base hit. That'll bring up Phil for his second time. He grounded out the first time round. Looks at ball 1, too low. Gets the call on that fastball. Fouls that one off straight back. 1-2 the count. Phil now showing bunt. Pulls it back the last possible second. Ball 2. Swings at that one, and that one will be a hit into shallow left. Zimmerman was in. I don't think he would have had a play on it anyway, but he definitely didn't have a play on it from where he was starting off. So 2 on, nobody out here in the 9th. Kester at the plate. He has a 1-1 count. Now he's showing bunt. Pulls it back, called strike 2. Still showing bunt. I don't know what he's doing here. Slashes. Oh. Lopez takes the ball at short, decides to go to third with it, and just barely gets it there ahead of Joey. I really thought Joey was going to beat that out, but no such luck. So 1 down, 2 on. Marvin at the plate. And he looks at ball 1. Swing and a miss. Gets a hold of that one. Will it stay fair? It does. Shallow right field. That's going to score 1. RBI double for Marvin. So now we got runners on second and third. 1 out. Chief at the plate. And he's got an 0-2 count. Chief's got a couple hits today, but he's been looking at the pitches closely. 1-2 count. Pops that one up. Estrada gets under it. So 2 down, still 2 runners in scoring position, and Quentin at the plate. And he puts that right up the middle. That will score 2, it looks like. Here comes Marvin. And he is in there for a run. 4-0 now, Squirrels. And they're going to turn to Sweeney to try to get out of this inning. All right, Frank at the plate with 2 outs. Runner on first, and he gets a fair ball right over first base. That's through for a hit. And that'll put runners on the corners for Tom. Might be pumping this up even more. Tom gets a lot of that one to dead center. And it does get over the wall for a 3-run homer. 7-0 Indianapolis. This game is, wheels have come off for Washington here in the 9th. Remember, it was 1-0 coming into this game, or into this inning. Hermita's spot up at the plate. Let's get Sweeney in there, and maybe we can get a proper corner infield. Now I've got to think about who I want to go in for some mop-up duty. Don't know if Zap's all the way rested up or not. We'll find out here shortly, but not too shortly as Sweeney grounds that up the middle. And Joey now at the plate. That pitch too far outside. Pops that one foul behind home plate. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And another hit up the middle. And this inning just will not end for Washington. So Phil at the plate again as they throw a pick off to second. And that one too far inside. That one too high. 2-0 count. Make that 3-0. Does get that one over for a strike. Phil taking all the way, as he should. Makes the count full. Runners take off. Phil grounds that towards short. And that does finally end the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Now a 7-0 game in favor of Indianapolis. And Zap's not all the way rested up. Let's let Nakai get in here and see if he can get that ERA down a little. We're actually going to put him into Kester's spot. Which will put Sweeney over at first where he's actually rated to be. I'm really hopeful that we don't have to worry about blowing a 7-run lead, so not all that concerned about having to pinch hit again. And Lopez up at the plate now to see if Washington has any hope in this game. Looks at ball one. Gets a call on a high fastball, 1-1. Puts the same pitch in there and same result. Swings and miss on a breaking ball. Out number 1. Dimitri Young at the plate. He's not gotten a hit today in 3 tries. And he's got an 0-2 count here. He swings and misses on the breaking ball. Strike 3. Ultimate at the plate. As the Nationals down to their last out. 2-0 count. He gets that in the air to right. Quinton ranges over, and that will end the game. And after being 1-0 pretty much all night, it ends up Indianapolis Squirrels 7, Washington Nationals nothing. So it just, that 9th inning was a disaster for DC. Not the way I'm sure they imagined that going. You really thought they had a shot with where they were up in the order and only down 1, but didn't do what they needed to do in the top half. So as we finish looking up at some highlights here. Yeah, Tom got his 2nd home run of the year. I think we have Washington for one more game tomorrow. I don't know where we're going after that. I don't remember at all. Chief gets the player of the game nod, which is as good as anybody, I think. I guess he scored that first, or drove in the first run of the game, and that ended up being the game winner. So thank you everybody for watching. If you want to do all the regular YouTube stuff, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we will see you all tomorrow.